Guys, it's Becky, and I'm going to open up and sort the Snowy Day kit. This is the Midwinter Market kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza, and it is put together by Softflex company, and it's going to be a little bit bigger with a little bit more things than they usually put in the design kits, but it is going to be really, really fun, really beautiful, really wonderful, and they themed it on one of my favorite books, all-time favorite books. Not even like favorite kids books, my all-time favorite books, period. And it's the Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. And look at this. This is what it came in. I already pulled it out of that just to make it easier for us to get to. This is so pretty. I'm probably keeping that for some other reasons. We've got that. And it came wrapped in that this twine. And I love that there's a little pop of red there because, you know, red is the color of the protagonist, Peter's snowsuit when he is going out. And if you haven't ever read The Snowy Day, or if you forget what happened in it, I'll put a link to a YouTube video by somebody who's reading it for the video so you can listen to it or remember it or have some fun with your kids listening to somebody else read it too. And look at this kit. There is some really fun stuff in this kit, and I can already tell that we're going to be doing some bead weaving with this. Well, this is the kit that it came, and then there are two separate add-ons. You can have the Snowy Day bead mix and the Snowy Day bead strand, and both of these were designed for this by Jesse James Beads. But this is the actual kit and the kit contents. So let's open this up and see what we got in it. And it looks like we've got a ton of things that we can make with. We've got a 22 gauge silver Softflex wire, and this is one of my favorite wires to work with. I like the 22 gauge because I use it for ear wires, and it's also really versatile because you can use it for a lot of different things. It's one of my favorite gauges to work with. So we've got some Miyuki beading thread, and it looks like it's a silver color for that. That's like a whole spool of that. That is a ton of that. And we've got our Softflex beading wire. It's white quartz is the color. Definitely Snowy Day colored. So we've got whites and silvers, it looks like. Ooh, look at all of these. That's amazing. And it looks like we also have some beading needles. These are English style beading needles. They've got the eye up at the end, and they're a little bit, I really like using wide eye beading needles when I do my bead weaving. I'm not that great at using these English style. I might do it while we're making stuff with them, just so I can get more practice doing that. With these, it's just a thing, but they are actually like a little bit firmer. They're not as flexible as those, so sometimes they can be easier to work with if you're going through like multiple passes of something or something like that. And it looks like we've got a little mix of some ceramic beads as well with these. So we've got some Softflex crimps. These are normal things to see in a Softflex kit for you to be able to see all of those. Other normal things to see in a Softflex kit are going to be findings like ear wires and clasps. We always make sure to include those things, but let's spill these out. Looks like we have a cabochon, and I'm guessing that we are going to be learning how to do some bezeling with this cabochon and these seed beads. So we've got some Miyuki seed beads. These are 11O seed beads. Says it right there. And these are silver lined crystal seed beads. But we've got this cabochon with a snowflake. That is a beautiful cab. We've got a couple of skate ceramic beads. I've got a larger hole that goes right through the middle. We have a couple of snowmen, and for ceramic beads, these are pretty light. You could actually wear these in your ears pretty easily. So we've got some snowmen, we've got some skates, we have a couple of mitten charms, and we have some more ceramic beads that have kind of snowflakey kind of sunburst patterns on them for those ceramic beads. And like I said, these are some other things that come in here. It's ear wires and a clasp. So let's start getting these put away in my 15 grid organizer. This is my favorite way to organize my bead kits. And most bead kits will fit in here just nicely. I'm going to put the charms in the same place that I'm putting my findings. And I'm going to put my ceramic beads. Actually, I think I want my ceramic beads to be in here. This is kind of a larger area. I put down the divider so that we could take up a little more space with it. So that we've got these out of the way already. Let's move those out of sight while I open up some of these others. And then we've got white ceramic beads. And again, these have a nice wide hole, so you could put them on leather or silver silk or something like that. I'm going to stick these in this little space right next to the other ceramic beads. Just right there. And this will still close. And I'm going to stick my cabochon in there too, so that that is a little bit out of the way. Let's move those up there and get a little bit closer so we're not confusing the camera too much. And I'm going to open up this mix. This is the Crystal AB Bead Mix, and it is, just gonna, there we go, trying to get this open. Let's see what kind of Crystal AB beads we've got in here. There's a whole mix of them. This is like a snowy day. But yeah, the Ezra Jack Keats book that this is based on, it's one of my favorites. It is fantastic. And it follows a little boy who goes out and experiences snowfall. And it is just one of those ones that you know what it's like when you hear that crunch, crunch, crunch of your feet on the snow. You know what it sounds like if you've ever lived anywhere where there's snow. And you know what it's like to play in it, to have fun with it, to discover that gravity works when you tap a branch with a stick and the snow falls off of it onto your head. It's it's really fun, and it's a beautiful, beautiful story. It's really well told, well illustrated. It looks like we've got some hex beads. We've got some round beads with this curved faceting where the facets go along a diagonal from where the hole is. We've got a heart bead. We've got a drop. We have some barrel beads. We've got some shorter ones and some longer ones. We have some square cube beads. Hold on, there's my other barrel beads. Let's get all of those together. It looks like I just have two of these that are the cubes. We have a few rectangles. Well, these are the larger cubes. And it's like we've got a couple of these kind of rectangular elongated cubes, and then we've got some really small cubes down here. There are several of these types. And then a rondelle, and then we've got some kind of flatter rondelles. This one has more of a opaque finish. This one has more of a shiny finish. But yeah, then we've got some small beads, some more squares, these kind of lozenge shaped ones, some disco ball kind of faceting on these ones, there is just a wide variety of AB crystals in here. And I'm just going to take the larger beads and kind of put them in a separate section from the smaller ones in my organizer. So I'm going to take these smaller ones, I'm going to put them right here in this corner. This way they'll all fit. And then I'm going to take these larger ones, I'm going to put them right over here, right next to it on this side. So smaller, larger. So we have that division. Oh man. But yeah, I used to actually, I read that story when I was a kid and I related so much to little Peter, and then I would read it when I worked in early childhood education to the kids that I taught, and I read it to my kids, and it's just one of my favorite stories. I love the story. I love how it goes. Look at the sparkles on this boho bead. And then we've got kind of frosted silver beads. We have a couple of wide rhinestone studded beads with the blue rhinestones. A couple of these wide beads in a gunmetal color with the blue. Two of these crystally beads. Got some kind of opalescent but with an AB finish rondelles. And then two oval beads and two rondelles, and this was on the bead strand. And then we have some silver with rhinestones in there, and then our daisy spacers that in this instance, I'm going to say they look a little like snowflakes. I am calling it snowflakes, and that's what we've got on our strand. Let's open up our bead mix. But yeah, it's a good story. It's really well told. It is, and it's, I think, an important story to read and to hear and to understand. There's this one moment where Peter goes after his bath, after he's come back inside, to his coat pocket to find a snowball, to look for the snowball that he put in there. He loved the snowball so much, and he wants to go check on it, and he finds that it's missing and it's gone because, you know, it was in his warm house and it melted, and that's what snowballs do. But he's a little kid. He didn't know. It's fine. But in the story, it just simply says, and Peter was very sad. And the story doesn't try to minimize it. It doesn't try to turn it around. It doesn't say, oh, but that's okay because, or, and then he did this. It just lets you, the reader, and who you're reading it to, sit with Peter and his sadness and being very sad about his snowball. And I think that that's an important thing for kids and for us to hear, is that it's okay. It's okay to be sad about a snowball. It's okay to feel the feelings that you feel when you are disappointed, when you were expecting something and it didn't happen, when you miss something, when something unfortunate happens. It's okay to be sad about that. It's okay to be sad about a snowball. And I think that that's something that, you know, maybe we need to be reminded of sometimes. So we've got some more of these daisy spacers here in the mix, and I'm just going to toss them over here with these others. We've got some more of these kind of cone-shaped like bead cap things. I know that we had one of these drops kind of stuck in the middle of it when I was opening this. But there's 4 of these. I'm going to stack those together so that they sit nicely in the box. We have 2 more of these silver guys that will go with these. So now there's 4 total of those. We have some silver beads. These are very light, so I'm guessing that they are acrylic or aluminum. But they have a nice shininess to them for these silver beads. I'm going to put these with these other silver beads over here. All right, and then we've got some blue beads. We've got these dark blue with an iris coating rondelles. These rondelles are the same size, but they don't have the iris coating. They are this dark Noxzema blue. So that's one blue that we've got. We've got these periwinkle colors that are more of a light purpley blue. And then we've got these cubes that are an aqua color. So we've got a lot of different colors of blue in here. And then there is this one silver bead. This is a spacer. We have some howlite, which is the white with these gray inclusions. We have some drop beads that are frosted with an AV finish. And there's 6 of them in this bead mix. We have some crystal rondelles. It looks like this has an AV finish as well. I'm going to stick this over here with these other rondelles. Crystal-y ones. We have some bicones that look like they are hematite kind of color. And then we've got some rondelles that are the same kind of dark gray color, but with more of an iris coating. And they're not opaque like these. And then we have some rhinestone spacers. Set those. These ones are smaller than the other 2. Set those over there. And some milky opalescent rondelles. All right. Let's get these guys divided up into their sections. I'm going to put my blues together. Let's get these guys in here. I'm going to put these silver beads in here together. I'm going to stick these larger like boho bead with the large hole beads, fancy pants guys, and this in here. I am going to take my little opalescent drops, stick them right in there. I'm going to take all of my spacers, put them there, and then I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to put them in here. I'm just sorting right now where we're going to put these. My little opalescent guys go there, my howlite ones go there, and then these crystal-y, sparkly, facety guys. I could mix these in with the others, but I'm just going to stick them there. And this could go anywhere I want. So there we have those. And then we've got all of our extras still. We've got our Silverline Crystal 11-Os. We have our beading thread. We have our craft wire. We have our beading wire. We have our crimp tubes. And our beading needles. And that is the Snowy Day TGBE kit from Softflex. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this unboxing. And if you haven't ever seen the Snowy Day, or if you want to hear somebody read it, I'll put a link to that story on YouTube in the description so that you can go and get familiarized with the really, really wonderful book that is one of my favorites of all time. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.